What is going on, community? What is going on, people of Earth? I am TJ, aka Flash by Night, and this is Transformers Thursday, and today we are going to go over Marvel's Transformers issue number 19, where we get to meet Omega Supreme, and the two factions have the same ideas, but one has much better results than the other. So we open up and we are immediately introduced to Omega Supreme. He is this rocket ship that's right outside the Autobot headquarters, and apparently he was created by Grapple, one of our newer Autobots. And the purpose of Omega Supreme is to guard the headquarters while the Autobots go out and handle whatever business they want to go about handling. The business for the day is to go over to the Decepticons headquarters and steal the secrets of the Constructicons and of Devastator. But there are 5 Autobots who do not agree with this plan. Optimus Prime wants to go, and he wants to go and gather the information. He doesn't really want to fight. He doesn't want to lose any Autobots in this plan, but the Dinobots are ready for a fight. And since Optimus isn't going to fight, the Dinobots take off because they are not cowards. At the same time, the Decepticons are having issues within the ranks, specifically leadership issues, as Megatron has plans to go and attack the Autobots at their home base, but Shockwave wants to stay and defend the almost impenetrable fortress that he and the Constructicons have created. And so while Shockwave, the Constructicons, and Ravage of all people stay behind, Megatron and the other Decepticons fly off to go attack the Autobots. On the way to the Decepticon headquarters, there is one Autobot, Skids, who has a problem with the plan. He doesn't think it's safe, but he still goes along with it. And we're going to see Skids have a couple of issues in this issue. Get it? Issues? Issue? So the first encounter we see is the Autobots getting to the Decepticon base, where they are met by Cannons and Shockwave and Soundwave, who I forgot earlier, and the Constructicons. And there is a battle to basically get in, but no one knows outside of Optimus Prime and the Autobots what they are really there for. And there is an action-filled fight at this headquarters, at this base, between the Autobots and the Decepticons that are left there. And Skids almost gets hurt, which leads Optimus Prime to protect him because he promised that no one would be lost in this mission. And then the Autobots catch the break they were looking for, which sounds counterintuitive, but the Constructicons merge and form Devastator, which gives them the information through Bumblebee that they had been looking for. Once they get that information, they take off, and Shockwave doesn't give chase because Shockwave is kind of playing this long game between his opposition of the Autobots and his opposition of Megatron. Meanwhile, at the Autobot base, Megatron and the Decepticons finally get there, and they see that this rocket and this kind of tank that's rolling around the rocket are there, and that's what's protecting the Autobot base. And they aren't afraid of this thing, so they attack. And then they immediately find out that that was the wrong idea, because A, the tank portion of Omega Supreme could not be penetrated, and B, the tank is part of Omega Supreme. And when Omega Supreme transforms, he puts hands on all the Decepticons. In fact, towards the end of the fight, Megatron, laying on the ground, says, "Laserbeak, you live. Come and get your commander." So I assume that a lot of the Decepticons that went to this fight are dead and gone. And one of my favorite parts of the book fleshes out one of my favorite parts of the Marvel's Transformers story so far, and that's this opposition between Starscream and Shockwave. And Shockwave, back at the base, tries to use Megatron's failure to say that he shouldn't be the leader of the Decepticons again, and I believe he was going to destroy Megatron, But Megatron points out that both of their missions were pretty much a failure, and Shockwave, being the analytic person that he is, kind of does the calculations in his head, and he figures out that it is fair that neither one of them fared well separately. Now, the one issue that did occur with the Autobots was the Autobot Skids, who I said before was worried that this mission was a problem, kind of ran a couple of civilians off the road earlier and didn't have time to stop and help. And so these civilians chased the Autobots down and kind of provided a distraction. Not on purpose, but just bad timing caused the distraction for Skids as they were fleeing the Decepticons and the Decepticon home base, and slowed him down just enough for Ravage to shoot him with a missile, knock him off this mountain, and leave him sideways and in a unsure state. And in the end, this causes Optimus to doubt himself because he did get the information he wanted. His mission was a success, but it was also a failure in his mind because he did not want to lose one Autobot, and we don't know the fate of Skids just yet. So that was issue number 19 of Marvel's Transformers. And again, my favorite part is this conflict between Shockwave and Megatron for the leadership of the Decepticons, and where all of this is going to lead us to in the near future. But what will become of Skids, and what will become of this information Optimus Prime gained from their conflict with Devastator? I guess we'll find out in issue number 20 on another Transformers Thursday. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you saw something you liked. If you did enjoy yourself, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to keep up with me, catching up with the Transformers, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Of course, feel free to leave comments. And as we always do at this time, love yourself, love others, and I will be back in a flash.